Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fresh Ink by Ultimate Autographs here in the Ultimate Autographs Podcast Studio. My name is Donnie Rollins. I'm here with Adam Johnson and Griffin Sassano. For now, it is episode 10. We've hit double digits in terms of count now, which is, I didn't think we'd make it past 2, but now we do. We're at 10. So thanks you all for watching. You guys keep this podcast going with your interactions and stuff. We love the feedback we've got so far. Talk about MLB positions, which I completely skipped on the last episode. I just went right over it. I didn't even realize it until the end.
The train was just rolling.
Yeah, no, sometimes you gotta roll with the punches, you know? So we're talking about what MLB position holds the highest value.
Or has held the highest value in the past.
Okay.
You know.
And then how can switching teams affect your autograph value? In the middle of an offseason or during a season?
Okay.
So right now, a big one, Anthony Davis for the Lakers. So we'll get into all that. And then we have an interview that we're going to show with our guy RJ,
Yeah.
and Devin Funchess. So that'll be pretty cool.
That was from the COLTS signing, right?
Yes, from the COLTS signing, correct. And then before that, we'll play 20 questions, and it's my turn today to try to stump the Schwab.
Got it.
So let's get right into it. The first topic: what MLB position holds or has held the highest autograph value?
Let's start with what do we think has held, up until this point. Let's say 80s, 90s, and then now we'll save currently what currently holds the best value. We'll save that for after. So what do you think historically has held the highest value in terms of positions in the MLB?
I'll let you guys start.
I wanted you to go first.
I feel like my answer's kind of cop-out. I just think I don't think there is one.
I feel like all my answers are cop-outs.
Because we always talk about in the NFL, there's the quarterbacks and then everyone else. It's like in the MLB, is there any position that is king in terms of...
So you do think so?
If you had to pick one, right?
I do.
Embrace debate.
I don't think a position as much as an area. I think an outfielder holds a higher autograph value than an infielder.
Okay.
In terms of
give me some names.
Like Ken Griffey Jr. Or Mike. Well, this would be the current guy, but Ken Griffey Jr. is one of the most sought after autographs that there is. But then Trout, which will be
the current
currently.
Yeah, I know we're talking past them.
Yeah.
Right. Trout, Griffey are two.
Mickey Mantle.
Exactly.
Willie Mays.
Supporting my point. I appreciate it.
No, you're definitely not wrong. I don't think anyone would be wrong.
Right. Hank Aaron.
But to my point too, to kind of argue that is that there's 3 positions that make up the outfield. So
that's true.
Grouping a left center and right fielder together, I don't disagree at all. I think that's exactly right. If I had to pick one, that would definitely be probably on the top of my list. If you break down pitchers too, if you look at pitchers generally, you could pull up Sandy Koufax, obviously a starter, and then Mariano Rivera, also very high value. But if you want to break down even further, I'd probably lean more towards starting pitchers. But yeah, outfield's a good one. I mean, it's just there's more players.
Yeah, I guess I can see kind of where you're coming from. Like a guy like Ty Cobb, who's probably one of the most sought after autographs ever as an infielder.
Right. I mean, you look at catcher. No, you're not going to pick catcher just because historically that's not an offensively dominated position.
Right.
And when you're collecting autographs and appeal towards players, offense is probably what draws you to them.
Even like the best catcher ever, arguably, maybe like Johnny Bench, his autograph isn't even that, kind of sought after.
More so because he's available. He makes himself available to shows and stuff. But yeah, I mean, nothing else really comes to the top of my head about being valuable.
Right.
Yadier Molina is like a current one, but like even he's not like a superstar.
Like Buster Posey.
Buster Posey's a good one.
What about shortstop?
I was gonna say
shortstop's always been kind of that sexy position in the infield. The captain in the infield. You get that complete shortstop. Cal Ripken Jr. comes to mind.
Yeah.
Ozzie Smith was literally my next one. I was gonna say
definitely takes the shine over second base, no doubt. There's some good third basemen out there too. Brooks Robinson.
Hot corn.
Even current stuff now like Chris Bryant, Arenado. But I think shortstop would still reign supreme over the infield. Again, just like third base, first base too. A lot of big sluggers there.
Right.
But I think shortstop would probably take the cake on the infield for sure.
I agree
too.
I think again every year it'd be different. Who's the guy this year? Oh, he's an outfielder. Who's the guy that year? Oh, he's a shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you could make a case for third base, just like historically, guys at third base because the power numbers are there.
A lot of good defensive players there that come to mind. You could say the same for shortstop, but yeah, I mean it really just depends. We could go down the list each year, like I just mentioned, and pick this guy's the most expensive one this year. Oh, he's a pitcher. Oh, this guy's a center fielder. It really depends. But to answer the question, no, I think football is in its own with that value of quarterback. That's always going to be.
Yeah.
I don't think baseball has a quarterback, but it has a lot of very comparable autographs, just not at a specific position.
I would say baseball's quarterback is a center fielder.
Could be. I think
Honestly.
on paper, on the playing field, no doubt.
Right.
You could say that for shortstop
In
too.
terms of value, some of the most sought after autographs in terms of value are similar to quarterback autographs from center field.
Right.
Is what I mean.
Ricky
So
Henderson plays center field.
Ricky Henderson?
Did he play center field? What was the other?
I think he was a center field.
I'm not
Too fast.
I don't know actually he's fast. He's moving my time.
Yeah, he was a little bit older.
I
than
know he was an
but-
outfielder.
Right, he's a quick dude. But yeah, no, like that's a good point. Like, what is the baseball version on the field of a quarterback? I mean, obviously center field, shortstop because of the captains of the defense. But when it comes to autograph stuff, there is no baseball.
It depends. Every team's different.
Right.
Starting pitcher. Maybe starting pitcher.
Every year is different.
Starting pitcher is tough too because you're only playing every 5 days.
Correct.
So
Yes, but if you get that kind of like transcendent arm talent,
Clayton
like
Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw, exactly. I don't know. Back in the day, like Walter Johnson, just a bunch of. There used to be those guys that would have like 110 innings in like 3 days and just have rubber arms, and before anyone knew throwing a baseball that much and that fast could maybe be bad for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Cy Young,
Cy Young too. I feel like if you get that, because there's so many starting pitchers, and if you get that like top 10 starter that's just lights out, I think that almost could represent like a quarterback value
Definitely.
in the major leagues.
It's pretty good. It's a good point.
More so than like center field. It's like there are so many good ones, but if there's like pitchers, there's so many more than center fielders.
Right.
So if you get that really, really good pitcher, he could be worth more than, say, a center fielder that has 20 good out of 30 in the MLB as opposed to a starting pitcher. There's, I don't
And
know.
when I think of center fielders nowadays, I think of like the 8-9 hitters. Like not a lot of power, good defensively, but nothing that really screams power. Because you see those guys kind of slide over the corner if they do have power, like Bryce Harper, guys like that. I mean, obviously Trout, center fielder, duh. But Judge, Stanton, they're corner guys. So it's like I lean more towards the corners. Not so much in a different way. I'm looking at that as autograph value. The corner guys are where it's at. But if we're talking about quarterback of the actual team, not so much autograph value, yeah, center field would probably be the leader.
Kind of to piggyback off your point, Griffin, when you're talking about center fielders and starting pitchers, you gotta, and to relate to the quarterback aspect, you gotta pick a guy whose number gets called a lot, right? So center fielders, there can be a game where he might not have a ball hit to him the entire game, which is rare.
Right.
But if you're a starting pitcher, you're on the bump for 6-7 innings every single pitch.
Right.
And that's how it compares to a quarterback. When his team, when the offense isn't on the field, he's getting the ball every possession. Every single possession revolves around him. So similarly, I think a starting pitcher, if he's on, he can go 9 innings. He'll touch the ball every single pitch when his team's on the field.
And I think so too. I think we have to make the argument for a catcher as well. I mean,
Right.
they literally are setting up formations, signals, throwdowns from home plate, relaying the message from the coach. Maybe even the coach might be calling the game from the dugout. I don't know if they really do that in MLB, but Yadier Molina again comes to mind. That guy is the captain,
Right.
for sure. A couple other guys,
Pudge,
Buster Posey.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Joel Mauer.
Those guys are out
He just
there.
got his number
I used to love Joe.
retired, I think.
Those guys are out there, calling the game from home plate, basically. So I think catcher too is very much a captain's position,
Sure.
as much as center field and pitcher as well.
It's just for catchers, there's a select few of them, like you said, Pudge and Yadier Molina, Johnny Bench,
You just don't mess with them. You listen to
Yogi
those guys.
Berra. I mean, it just seems like there's that group, and then after that, there's such a large drop off of like the catcher position now. It's like not heavy offensive numbers a lot. I mean, in today's game, like I said, there's like maybe 5 that you would say like, oh, that guy's a dangerous offensive guy.
Right.
Other than he's just a catcher. So
I think you
the
see
numbers
that-
aren't really there.
I think you see that a lot too with MLB managers, like former catchers. Mike Socha is one
yeah.
of the Angels.
Joe Girardi.
They
Joe
see the
Girardi
game,
was one. They look at the game from a different perspective because they know how to, operate in the batter's box because they're hitting every day. They know how to handle a pitching staff because they're catching those guys. So I think as far as managers go, if you look at this last class from this 2019 class, there was a lot of infielders, outfielders, former guys. Rocco Baldelli with the Twins, outfielder. Chris Woodward with the Rangers, he was an infielder. But guys like Brad Ausmus too, he was a catcher. So I think it's out of every 3 managers that get hired, a lot. You're looking at a former catcher.
Like Craig Counsell.
The first overall pick, first overall pick in the draft this year was a catcher from Oregon State.
Correct.
So that's not something you see too often.
Again,
Catcher going number
the
one.
pitching staff also,
Yeah.
as well as now catchers are more offensive minded than they used to be. If you're looking for a guy to hit 300 and then manage 6, 7, 8, 9 guys,
Right.
pitching staff.
Right. You got to have a leader behind the plate,
Right.
regardless. So,
Definitely.
Very few catchers are like all around catchers. It's
Yeah,
like the guy that got picked is Adley Rutschman could be a transcendent talent for catcher. Maybe I've heard the next Buster Posey. Honestly, comparisons
Pretty
already to the next Buster
Yeah,
Posey.
so now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, we talk about center field, we talk about shortstop, but catcher might be the new thing. It's like now the catchers are expected to hit and perform, and there's been so many good offensive catchers. I think I'm getting a lean action towards catcher.
wow.
Okay. I'll say starting pitcher. I like my starting pitcher argument. I like the catcher argument. I like the center field
Supported
argument.
very well.
Again, I mean, there's no right answer. It's just
No.
depends on the team. It depends on the player.
Correct.
Angels, your guy's Trout.
Right.
Cardinals, your guy's Molina.
Molina, correct.
So it just totally depends.
Yeah, like you said, it's a timely thing.
Right.
Every single year it'll change.
Every decade, every year, every
Right.
team. It just
Every
depends.
player that comes forward as transcendent will change that opinion for a lot of people.
And as far as autograph value, it depends.
Yeah, it's,
You can sit there all
You
day.
could- yeah.
There's no limit.
Yeah, it depends on how much you want to pay.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So next topic: how does switching teams in an off season or during the season affect your value?
And at this point in time, we brought this up for a couple guys, but mainly the topic came up with Anthony Davis.
Correct.
Going from New Orleans to LA. And I don't even know if we need to spend much time on that because obviously his value is going to go up.
Correct. And
Not
why
all-
is that, Adam?
Because he's playing in a big market.
There you go.
Yeah.
Adam Big Market Johnson.
That's right. I would say LA's probably the biggest market at this point in the NBA. I mean, you could say the Knicks, but they got really nothing to cheer for. Everything's going wrong for them for the last decade, pretty much.
Seriously, can't catch a break.
So yeah, I mean, you're going from probably one of the smaller ones, just fan base wise, from New Orleans to
Right.
LA. That value's going to skyrocket.
Right. LA. I mean,
It
California.
was already
generally.
high for being in New Orleans,
Sure.
and now it's, we saw it even happen with LeBron. I mean, he was as big as you could go, and
Oh
he
yeah,
went to LA. And
it's going to be that much more of a demand
He's
for
still
Anthony
number
Davis
one.
stuff than in
Yeah.
New Orleans. It just
And
goes to show.
He had a high demand in New Orleans,
Right.
like you said. Like that is extremely difficult
Number 1
to
overall
do.
pick, went to Kentucky, obviously huge fan base there, from Chicago, so he's got fans all over for different reasons.
Right. Right. I think he hurt his value a little bit in how he handled himself with the Pelicans.
Yeah, that was kind of lame. I didn't love it, but I mean, to each their own. It's his life, his decisions. So I mean, I'm not in there not knowing what's going on.
Right.
I would have liked to see him stick it out. I mean, we know that Zion's going to go number 1. To see those guys together, man, that would be pretty cool. I still think Pelicans would be decent without him with all the
I
stuff
agree.
they got in return. So yeah, that one was a little disappointing, but he definitely helped his autograph and market value out in LA.
Sure. Another guy that changed hands in the offseason who we will start to see in here pretty often is Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
So Le'Veon Bell going from a bigger market in Pittsburgh, I believe, because the Steelers are such a widely renowned name, going over to the New York Jets.
Right.
So, what does that do for Lev Bell's status as an autograph collector for Jets compared to Steelers?
And that's a tough one, honestly. I feel like the Jets are, they're in New York, so they're obviously going to have a bunch of people that are fans of them. I don't know, would you guys say the Giants or the Jets have more fans in New York?
I'd say, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for New York.
I think the Giants probably, because they've won 2 Super Bowls more recently. The Jets won 1 with Namath, right?
Like when I think
That's
of
it. So,
when I think of the Giants, I think of them as being like the Cubs or the Lakers.
Yeah.
of the market, and the Jets.
And the Jets are the White Sox.
The White Sox. and the
Yeah.
Cubs.
That's a pretty good comparison.
That's true.
But more
Yeah.
50-50 than the other ones. But I would say it's 60-40 in my mind. I don't know. I have no clue, but I've always thought the Giants have a little bit of an edge
Yeah.
on Jets fans.
It's interesting because you think about Le'Veon Bell and all the stuff that he did for Pittsburgh, and you're obviously going to remember him. I feel like he'd have to be better than he was in Pittsburgh to be remembered as a Jet.
Right.
Than to be remembered, because I think he's still going to be remembered as a Steeler no matter what he does
Sure.
here with the Jets. He's a running back also, so you don't know how much shelf life he's going to have more. He just signed a big deal, but the NFL is obviously a ruthless sport.
Sure.
So, especially because he's a running back, he's going to be remembered as a Steeler. So I think in the end, it's going to be more about his Steelers career than the Jets. Because if you're a guy and you have such a good career somewhere, it's hard to live up to that. And even can you think of a guy that was so good and then went somewhere else and was even better?
To do it twice.
To do it twice.
to be like good in two cities.
Yeah. I mean, Peyton Manning, you could say,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I feel like the Broncos' defense was the main. Without that defense, Peyton Manning would not have.
Well, he didn't really.
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron?
Well, Miami.
LeBron went from
yeah,
Cleveland to Miami.
Yeah, true.
Back to Cleveland. I would say he was better in Miami than he was originally in Cleveland.
I think that's.
Do you think his autograph value is higher for Cleveland memorabilia or Miami memorabilia, though? Because I would say Cleveland, just because you would remember him as a Cavalier,
right?
And
you
not
remember him as like his hometown king
Yeah.
in Cleveland.
I think it's a bad example because he's literally like the greatest ever. I mean, minus Michael Jordan, but Le'Veon Bell is not number 1B.
Like
No.
Great running back for the years he was in the Steelers.
One city to another, LeBron just flashed in my head.
Well, yeah, that's the. I mean, yeah.
So we're talking about running backs that left the city and then
Clint
came back.
Portis was pretty good for the Broncos and the Redskins.
Yeah.
Curtis Martin too.
Curtis Martin. Eric Dickerson.
I think that's a good one. Dickerson's a good one.
But you remember him as a Ram.
Yeah.
Because he played for the Rams first and was good. Then went to the Colts.
Yeah,
and was
it's
good.
hard to say. I mean,
It's like whatever happened first, and especially a franchise like the Steelers, like Donnie was saying, it's like he's going to be remembered,
Right.
and his autograph demand is going to be higher for his Steelers stuff when it's all said and done.
Yeah, if he finds a way to play 6 seasons with the Jets,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be hard to remember him as a Jet. But yeah, Steelers, he was leader of the pack for most of those years.
Right.
And to me, the Steelers, yeah, it might be a smaller market as far as a city, but I feel like they have more of a history and more of a national appeal.
No, I agree.
To where the Steelers brand, I think, is a little bit better than the Jets. So I think he'll always kind of have that fan base. Well, I don't know if they're still behind him, but that fan base will always remember him as a Steeler, more so than the Jets, just because I think there's more fans out there for Pittsburgh than there is in New York.
I agree. I think that it's difficult for Lev Bell to get any lower in terms of autograph value right now because when he did
played
leave
last
Pittsburgh,
year.
exactly, and he left on such a bad note that his Pittsburgh value was so low.
Well, and I don't even know it was because like people were like pissed, like, oh my god, it's Le'Veon Bell. It's like I think they just kind of forgot, It's like
I think they were pissed.
On to the next one. Well, if you're a Steelers fan, but
Yeah.
as like an NFL fan, as a Chicago fan,
Right.
I don't really care that he wasn't playing. It's like I didn't see his value as.
If you drafted him in fantasy and
Yeah.
expected him to play,
Yeah,
I didn't, but
that's
I know
on
people
you.
that did,
That's
and
on
that
you.
was.
But I mean,
Yeah.
when he was sitting out, it was like as a collector, you kind of wanted to avoid him, but I didn't think any less of him.
As a fan of the NFL, though, I could say, obviously you want to see the best guys out there
Sure.
performing. So it was depressing not to see him out there. I mean, he clearly, I'll defend it when he's out there, when he's healthy. I think he's the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think the stats prove it.
Right.
His touches, because you don't want to do carries and receptions now, it's just touches. How many touches does he get a game? It's like 30. It's
And
ridiculous.
I think that kind of off topic, but it proves the point of these NFL teams not wanting to take running backs in the first round, not wanting to pay him big money. Because I mean, this guy was phenomenal. And then they slide James Conner in there. You're kind of like, year before it really didn't think much of him, and now he's like top 5 running back.
Yeah.
Because he fits the system really well.
There's such a
So if you just
I
find the system,
don't think top 5 for James Conner.
well, I mean yard wise, I mean
Top
he's a
10,
dual
I'd say.
threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, top 5 and we'll.
But
James
yeah,
Conner.
he fits the system. He does what they need to do.
Yeah, I agree.
To where it'll be interesting to see if Le'Veon Bell can fit that same system in New York.
I think he's almost got heated right there.
No, James Conner. In one good year, I'd say he's top 10. His running backs fluctuate, but there's like a definitive
We'll have to-
top
We'll have
5.
to run some numbers to see statistically who's up there.
He
'Cause
was
I bet he was pretty close. I bet he was
He almost
close.
reached across the table.
I don't know.
He grabbed by the neck.
I don't know.
Just had a spark of insanity right there.
That made me a little bit nervous.
Yeah, he's gonna like come forward and shit. But yeah, no, I can totally see what you're saying.
Well, I think even to balance out this conversation too, and that's kind of an interesting point in my mind, is you look at Bryce Harper, you're looking at baseball now.
Correct.
He went from like pretty comparable markets to pretty comparable teams, literally the same division. So it's like, does he go up or down because he switched? Not so much because he went from team A to team B, but it's like, does he lose value because he like copped out and went somewhere else? Like, what is his national stuff at now? I mean, you would have to think it takes a hit, right? Because your rookie card is on a totally different team, and you're about to play for the Phillies for the next decade. So, what happens to it?
Right, that's what I was going to kind of ask you about Anthony Davis. Now his rookie card will be on the Hornets, or would it be the Hornets? Or
Yeah.
would it
It is the
be,
Hornets.
was it Charlotte Hornets when you drafted?
Yeah.
It would be New Orleans, but New Orleans, I think, was still the Hornets.
The Hornets.
Yeah. So did he play for the? Was he a Hornet?
Yeah.
I think his rookie card is in a Hornets
Yep.
jersey.
Yep.
Kevin Durant said the same thing.
Correct. Sonics, Supersonics. But I mean, now that he's going to be, if he wins a championship with the Lakers, does that ruin the value of his rookie card with a different team?
That's interesting because I was just in this situation with like Tyler Glasnow. I mean, he's like an up and coming pitcher.
Pirates
He
rookie.
just got hurt, but I got some stuff with him on a rookie stuff, autos. But he's in a Pirates uniform, so when I'm trying to price that out, it's like his value's there as far as a young up and coming talent, but he's in a Pirates uniform. What do consumers think of that as far as? I'm going to pay half of what he's worth now because he's in a Pirates uniform, or does that value still stay there because it says RC on that card?
Right. No, that's the big thing. When they grade him, it says 2000, 2001
Right.
rookie or whatever. But that's a good point.
Because to me personally, my OCD is, say for example, if I'm a fan of the Rays, I would want to still pay more, and I'm a Tyler Glasnow fan. I would want to pay more for the Rays card over the. I don't know. I mean, I could be totally in the minority. This is literally a question I don't know the answer to, and I'd be curious to know what fans would say about it. Is are you paying more for the rookie card because it says RC, but he's in a Pirates uniform, or are you paying as much, if not more, just to get him in that Rays uniform because you're a Rays fan, you're a Glasnow fan, and that's the team he currently plays for?
It's a good question. I mean, I don't think.
What would you do?
I'm personally,
Because you're a Luka guy, right?
I do like Luka.
So what if Luka got traded draft night over to Oklahoma City Thunder? What are you collecting going forward?
Draft night, I would.
Well, so he played this past year with the Mavs.
Correct.
And then now he gets traded to OKC.
I would still go for the Mavs stuff, being that it's such a good year in his rookie year
Sure.
for the Mavs.
Okay.
So in a situation like Glasnow, I mean, he'll take a while for him to be a good player.
Right.
That I might go for the team he's currently on if I wanted to.
See,
pick
that's
up some
my
stuff.
thing. It's like I don't really care about the rookie as much as I care about
Gotcha.
the team he's on.
Gotcha. No, that's a good point. I would definitely go for a Mavs Luka for sure. Being that he's probably going to be the rookie of the year for the Mavs. But if he got traded to OKC, I would be like, I want Luka OKC stuff right away.
Let it kind of cook.
Because that stuff will be astronomical.
Yeah.
Now that he's moving forward, and I don't think he'll get traded to OKC.
I think he said Golden State. That would be.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
That would ruin it. NBA totally freaky.
So,
What's your opinion, Griffin? I mean, do you have an opinion on that one? Like, just because he's on a different uniform, does that hurt his rookie value, his initial value?
I would say that he's on the Pirates. Oh, he was on the Pirates.
Yeah, he's a Pirate guy.
Now he's
in
in
the
Tampa
Rays.
Bay Ray.
Does his Pirate stuff go down? I mean, he's great now, but he's in a different uniform.
Did he ever perform with the Pirates?
Yeah, he was 2 or 3 years ago, but nothing special.
Like, didn't he make any All-Star games?
I mean, just in general, not so much specifically Tyler Glasnow, but
I mean, you said Glasnow, and I'm like,
that's my example.
I'd go for the team.
The team is currently on.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really do anything with the
Sure.
Pirates.
Another example, it's Anthony Davis did.
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of 2 different examples.
Well, it's like Bryce
Maybe
Harper.
Kawhi Leonard come.
Bryce Harper was good with the
So
Nationals.
Kawhi Leonard,
That earned him the
are you
Phillies
getting him
contract.
on Raptor stuff, or you going for his early?
I would go for rookie Spurs cards.
Okay.
Because he did win a championship with Spurs. He still holds Spurs value, is
Sure.
what I mean.
Yes.
And
for sure.
he'll be, remembered as a Spur.
And you know, and I think you won one with the Spurs.
You guys think he's
It
gonna?
was
You guys think he's
finals
gonna
this
stay
year.
in Toronto?
I don't even try to predict the NBA anymore.
The
I hope he
NBA,
does.
the
I hope he
NBA
does.
is the most unpredictable professional sports
I
organization.
hope he does, just because let's break it up, give one team a great player, and let's have all 30 teams compete.
That's fair.
Who's coming to Toronto to join him if he stays?
Who
Nobody
cares? I mean, they just won. They just won.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
let's see if the Raptors can become the new Warriors. I don't know.
I don't see that.
That definitely won't happen in Toronto.
No, because they're paying taxes in
I mean, Drake.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play Toronto.
Drake could chip in a lot of his own money.
He,
I mean, don't put it past him. Just this league, you never know. Like you said,
no, it's true.
you
It's
never know.
honestly the most unpredictable.
Yeah, like I said,
Professional sports.
I don't even.
Drake could be like, Kemba,
but,
come here. Here's some
Off
money.
topic here, we digress. So.
Sure.
Move on to the
So,
next
should we get into 20
Yes,
questions?
we should. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's time to move into
your
20
turn.
questions. It is my turn.
Yes.
It is my turn to have the guy in my head. Last week, Adam, you had Randy Johnson, I believe.
I don't remember because I lost. So.
It was Randy Johnson. I know for a fact that it was Randy
It
Johnson.
was. You got it.
So, I'll quickly explain the game
Sure.
for first-time listeners. Episode 10. Let's get with the program here. So they're going to ask me in this case yes or no questions, and I have to answer with yes or no answers until they figure out the player I'm thinking of before 20 questions runs out.
Yes, sir.
Right? Does that explain well enough?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look at the picture.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to catch on, but you guys want to take it away?
All right, I'll start. Is he a football player?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Football. Okay.
Yes.
Did he play on the offensive side of the ball?
Yes, he did.
So we got this down pat now. Was he a quarterback?
No. 3 questions. All right.
Was he a running back?
Yes, he was.
Okay, running back.
It's gonna be easy. I count that on this one.
Was he a multi-time Pro Bowler, and by multi I mean 2 or more?
He was. He was.
Okay.
Yes.
So 2 or more Pro Bowls.
2 or more.
back in the NFL.
But 2.
2 or
right?
more.
Okay. Yes.
Did he play the majority of his career in the AFC?
Yes.
Okay. Is he?
Yes.
So is that 6? I've done 3. you've done
Yeah.
NFC South. Is that
Did you ask if he played in the AFC?
NFC? Or what did I say?
I said AFC.
What did I
He
say?
didn't
You
never
said
play
NFC.
Oh,
No.
hey,
Counts as
okay.
motion.
So he didn't play. He didn't play NFC South,
Okay,
he
he played the majority of his career in the AFC. Did he play for a team at any point in his career in the NFC? The majority of his career in the AFC. Never played for a team in the NFC.
No.
Was
Okay,
he-
so he's all AFC.
Did he play in the 2000s? 2000,
He did.
2009.
He did.
Okay. So we need to figure out if he's on the 90s or the 2010 side of the ball here.
You guys are about
Is he
to-
currently playing?
Maybe forever. If he was playing in the 2000s.
Yeah. What is this guy?
11-year running back.
Jeez. He's not currently playing.
Did he play in the 2010s?
No.
Okay, so he's like 90s to 2000s. He might not even be in the 90s. So
AFC running back, multi-time Pro Bowler.
maybe try to figure out if he played in the Super Bowl because then you can narrow it down to about 10 teams. Literally. Like,
You could. Yeah.
pick and choose what teams.
Did he play in the AFC North?
List the teams in the AFC.
Browns,
North.
Bengals, Steelers, Ravens.
Browns, Bengals, Steelers, Ravens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Did he play in a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Browns. Okay, so he's either Steeler or Raven. You could ask, is he one of those teams? Either a Steeler or Raven.
Did he play on the Ravens?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know who it is.
I mean, the ones that come to mind are. Did Jamal Lewis play in one? I know maybe Ray Rice. Did he go to Rutgers for college?
He. Hold on. Let me check on that. He did not go to Rutgers for college.
Okay, so it's not Ray Rice. So my guess would probably be Jamal Lewis when they won it with
What?
Trent Dilfer.
Don't give up yet.
I'm not saying-
wait. He said Ravens.
Ravens,
He
yeah.
said
So they won in the
Ravens.
early 2000s. I think it literally was 2000, wasn't it? And then they won in. No, no.
They won in 2012.
Yeah, so this is in the 2000s. So it's got to be Jamal Lewis. There's no other running back. It's got to be him. I mean, I don't even. I'm trying to ask here what maybe like what college he went to, but I can't remember which one Jamal Lewis went to. Who went to?
No, I know where he went. Did he go to Tennessee?
No.
It's not Jamal Lewis.
So running back in the 2000s,
Yeah.
they were on a Super Bowl team for the Ravens. That isn't Jamal Lewis.
Wait. Should I give you a hint? I don't know if I can give you a hint, but he didn't play. Actually, let me check my facts.
Okay,
here.
so he played in Super.
Hold on.
So he played in the
hold
Super
on.
Bowl, but it wasn't necessarily for the Ravens.
There you go.
But he played in the. He played in the.
He played for the Ravens.
He played for the Ravens, but he didn't necessarily win the Super Bowl.
But he played in a Super Bowl.
He did.
Did he play for a team in the AFC East?
Name the teams in the AFC East.
Patriots, Bills, Jets, Dolphins.
No.
Okay, so he's a Raven that played in the Super Bowl. And
I thought we'd get this in 5 questions. You guys have struggled.
see, now I feel like we're so far off that I'm totally
Yeah,
lost. Now
you guys
I'm
Well,
lost.
another team. Okay, so he played for the Ravens,
questions have
and
you
then
asked?
maybe teams in the AFC South.
Do you play for a team at AFC South?
Name the teams in the AFC South.
Jacksonville Colts, Tennessee, Houston.
No.
Lifer Raven.
I don't know, dude. I can't think of who that would have been.
Ask that. Ask that.
Where did we at? Question
I don't even know. 15, 16? I give you guys 5 more questions.
Did he? Did he play for any other team other than the Ravens?
Yes. for a majority of his career.
Okay, so he played.
That was a huge hint.
Okay, so he's another team maybe in the AFC North. Didn't play for a team in the AFC South or the AFC East, so it has to be the North.
So yeah, it would have been. It's got to be Pittsburgh then. Somebody played for Pittsburgh because they played in the Super Bowl. And
Bengals or Browns, sure as heck.
That's what I mean. So it's got to be. Then he's a Steeler. Are we thinking of? But he also played for the Ravens.
That's
I'm lost.
a traitor right there.
You win on this one.
Yeah,
we screwed
yeah,
ourselves now.
I'm
yeah.
gonna give you guys false info.
Okay, well tell us. Just tell us. Yeah, we're waving the white flag.
All right,
Just
I'm
tell us.
gonna give you some hints.
Screwed.
I'll give you some hints.
Okay, all right.
Okay, he played with the Ravens
Okay.
in the Super Bowl 35. He was the second string running back behind Jamal Lewis.
Oh my gosh.
And then he probably went somewhere else.
He
and
did.
was solid.
And was extremely good. 3-time Pro Bowl, 3-time first team All-Pro, NFL Offensive Player of the Year 2002, 2-time NFL Rushing Touchdowns Leader 2002-2003, NFL Rushing Yards Leader in 2001, and he's in the Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame.
Priest Holmes?
Priest Holmes.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly,
that was a good one.
I didn't even realize he played for.
Me neither.
Ravens.
That's why this is a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Let me read you a little tidbit on the Ravens. So
He's AFC West.
he joined
Kansas City Chiefs.
the Ravens as an undrafted free agent in 1997. In the 1998 season with the Ravens, Holmes rushed for over 1,000 yards, including one 200-plus yard game, the highest single game total of the season. So he had like one breakout game, but he also, he rushed for over 1,000 yards with the
So
Ravens.
we were right. We were thinking about the 2000.
I don't know why.
You guys were the right
I don't know why I didn't think about the AFC West. My mind was in
Completely forgot about
baseball
the
mode.
division.
Three division.
If you put a gun in my head and said name all the teams that Priest Holmes played for, I would have never. That would have been like 10th guess that he played for. The
Yeah.
Ravens. I thought he was a lifer on the Chiefs.
So did I. That's why I was doing kind of a little
Did he
bit
play
of
for
research.
anyone after the Chiefs?
He played for the Chiefs and the Ravens. That's it. He
Wow.
retired with the Chiefs. He's in the Kansas City Chiefs Hall
So,
of Fame.
okay. So how many years did he play with the Ravens? Just that one?
He played for 97 through 2000, so two
Wow,
full seasons
jeez.
with them.
Okay.
97, 98, 98.
Wow.
So
Never
2-3
knew
full
that.
years.
Never even paid attention to that.
He went to Texas.
I didn't.
Really?
He did.
Texas?
Interesting.
Know that.
That's another signature though you don't see often. Priest
That's
Holmes.
cool.
That'd be kind of
Absolutely
cool.
not. That'd be a really cool
That'd
one.
be an awesome one.
But I remember him being like the #1 draft pick in fantasy for like 5-6 years in a row.
That was like him in the Clinton Portis era. We brought him up earlier. Clinton Portis, Priest Holmes.
Right. Larry Johnson,
Larry Johnson was after Priest
Chris
Holmes.
Johnson.
That was
those
like
guys,
that was in
Jackson.
our infancy of fantasy football.
Yeah, that was like when fantasy football wasn't even like on the internet.
You guys
Yeah,
remember?
like
You guys
handwriting
remember?
team.
You guys remember Larry Johnson?
Larry Johnson. He played for the Chiefs too.
He was,
Yeah.
he was after Priest
Yeah.
Holmes.
Right after Priest Holmes.
Yeah,
Another
bad
like
dude.
sneaky.
Bad dude.
Another sneaky dude.
He was a stud though.
Yeah.
He was for a while.
So I'm happy that I stumped you guys. It's twice in a row.
Wow, that was a good.
Hey,
one.
he leads the stumps.
That's
now.
what I try to do with
3-1-1.
Randy Johnson. Be like, oh, he's played for this team, and you're gonna get hung up on it.
Right.
And I'm not gonna get it.
Right. I thought this was good.
I latched onto the D-backs. That's
But
kind of it.
Yeah.
Jamal Lewis was a good guess because he was the starting running back for that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I got hung up on that.
I remembered he went to Tennessee because we had a Jamal Lewis Tennessee helmet.
That's right.
Right.
We had a couple helmets come through here in Tennessee, but let's kick him off. Let's get him over to that. What's the interview? Is it?
Devin Funchess. Devin
Devin Funchess
Funchess.
with RJ. So that's all for us in the studio. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Thanks.
Newton's got time. Now he's breaking down on it. Backpedals to get away from it. Off his back foot. He finds the man wide open. Funchess for the touchdown.
Colts fans? Devin Funchess? All right. Well, first question. Who's your hero growing up? Athlete, celebrity, whoever?
My hero. I kind of looked up to LeBron. He's a basketball guy.
All right.
LeBron was my guy.
Absolutely. Even in this area, Ohio too, plays well. Did you ever end up getting his autograph?
No.
No?
But I've seen him a couple times play. So.
An autograph guy at all?
No, not really.
No?
I'm just more of an experienced type of guy.
When was that it moment for you when you're like, I'm pretty good at what I do. I should pursue football as a career?
It was different because I was a basketball guy. So in 5th grade, I dunked the ball. And I thought I was going to make it in that. And I just stopped playing. And then I switched to football. And then I just knew I was gifted enough to make it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What's the weirdest fan interaction you've ever had? So autograph signing, training camp, whatever.
Training camp, I believe it was. Somebody just gave me a brand new baby, brand new baby. Just to take a picture. It was just like, I don't know why he gave me that much trust to just hold your brand new like this 2 days old.
Just take I mean, I'm about to be a dad in a few months, and I don't think I'd hand my kid off to a random stranger.
You shouldn't do that.
So I do a little Instagram creeping. So dune buggies, you a car guy, you a racing guy?
No, I was out in Dubai. That's what we did. So
That's all
I had fun.
That's
I had fun out there doing
absolutely incredible. Well, it's been a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for answering a few quick questions. Absolutely. And then if you don't mind,
Hey, check out ultimateautograph.com where it's always autograph season.